What's going on, YouTube? It's the Green Shiz here. Hope everybody's doing good. I've been doing pretty good. I've been pretty busy. I got a bunch of stuff stacked up here that I need to go through, but it's gonna happen eventually. So, just want to jump right into this. I appreciate y'all being here. If you do, I'd greatly appreciate you slapping that like button. It helps YouTube algorithm. Um, so I am going to probably be joining TCA Gaming's Patreon. Um, he does some consulting in there, and I think I'm going to do it. Basically, I'm going to be looking for the main reason I'm going to be doing it, probably looking to set up distribution, and I think I want to get into that. It seems like the time right now for me, just financially, everything going on. And if I can't do it because of what they're not accepting them, it is what it is. But I at least want to give it a shot to see if I can get my toes wet and start doing it, because I've based on some of the decisions I would have made last year with different stuff, I feel like I would have been pretty well ahead. So I was really, I don't buy a lot of mod. I don't buy any modern. If I do, I buy a box here, a box there. The last time I bought, I did buy Evolving Skies one box. That was the last box I purchased. Still have it sitting. But I don't usually buy modern. And if I do, it's probably just for flipping or something. But that's why I don't usually buy it, because I'm not a scalper. I don't go to Target and those places to buy and resell. But I respect the hustle. But it's kind of it's sad, like, to see the kids get ripped to that stuff. But anyways, that's completely besides the point. I want to start getting into distribution. Like I said, I'd like to get allocations and some product put into a warehouse of some sort. That sounds epic. So gonna be looking into it. So TCA Gaming has some, he mentions it in his Patreon, in what is just in the text. He can maybe help with that. So if anybody else has any huge tips, let me know. But I'm definitely getting into it. So just gonna educate myself a little bit. Nobody really talks about it on their channels, besides all the only times I ever hear about it is like, oh, you can't get in, they're not accepting new people, blah 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 blah. So I'm just gonna shoot my shot, essentially, is what's gonna end up happening. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's the way it goes. You can't win them all, but I feel like I can make it happen. I feel like I could make this happen. So looking forward to that. I would like to be able to open some modern product. That'd be pretty cool. Being able to buy it, playing the allocation game sounds amazing. Obviously, it's not free money by any means. There's a lot of work involved. Most cases, you have to have some type of business unit, something to store these. You can't usually just have a residential address. So a lot of things are going to be going into this, and I will let you guys know kind of as it divulges what I had to do or what I'm going to do to set this up. So hopefully I don't just hit a brick wall and they're like, no, nobody's accepting it. But we'll see what happens. I think it'll be good. I think I don't think Pokemon's going anywhere. Just to talk about the game itself in general, the prices have been good. Stuff like I was just looking. I have $11,000 in sales on eBay in the last 2 months. In January and February, through January and February, I think it was 11 grand. Wish it was more, but I'm collecting a lot of cards. I'm more of a collector, which isn't good, but it is good, I think, in the long game. So I do collect a lot of things. As you can see, the stuff around me, I have a lot of a collection, but I don't know. I just think Pokemon's doing well. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon with the as I've mentioned it several times, and everybody else says it, but it's doing so much. The brand itself, it's not impossible for it to fail, but they would have to have a catastrophic failure. Like somebody up at the top would have to mess something up, come out with something really bad. Like they're, I don't even want to say it on here, but something really bad happened that kind of just tanks it, and people just stop buying it because it's kind of sus. But there's so much interest, and every day it's growing. Every day, every single day, there's more and more people jumping in the bandwagon. These Facebook groups have not stopped growing. I every day there's 20 new people trying to join the groups, and that alone is crazy. It's not slowing down. The prices obviously came down to real life right now. We're in real life situation. We're not Logan Paul hype prices, which is great. I like this more. It's more realistic, and I hope it's here to stay. And I think it is. I think some stuff will go down, some stuff will go up. You got $50 submission levels, the PSA. Through middlemen, you can do like almost unlimited, I think, through middlemen, which is crazy. CGC lead times are getting close to 100 days for bulk, which can't beat that. Their prices got to come down a little bit with the subgrades, but I'm still seeing way too many damn cards without subgrades. Drives me freaking nuts. I think I purchased one. I just purchased my first ever CGC card without subgrades, and I showed everybody. I'll show it again just for those of you who didn't see it. But it was a CGC 10 pristine Kyogre. This is my favorite Kyogre art that exists in the game of Pokemon, so I figured that would be the one I'd buy. My plan, though, is to send it back to CGC for them to assign subgrades. So I'll pay the $30 just so I can have subgrades on it, because this thing's blank as hell looking. Speaking of Kyogre, I might have purchased another one, but we'll let that settle for a little bit. That'll be in the mail. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, looking at my sales sheet and my purchase sheet, I'm definitely heavily on the purchases the last 2 months. Using the cash method, I am definitely showing negative, not profitable, so I won't be paying taxes on my sales, which is great. Definitely, if you're going to exceed $650 in sales on eBay through PayPal, definitely you need to go talk to a CPA. Highly recommend it. And shop around. You don't need to stick with the first schmuck that comes up to you and says, "Oh yeah, that looks good, bud. Yeah, it looks good." And they're looking for you to have the answers. So that's not the way it should be. You should be getting answers from the professional. So maybe I should take my own advice actually, and do that and shop it around a little bit more than I did. But there was a guy, Not Your Dad's CPA. Highly recommend him. On YouTube. He is a CPA. He also has a buying selling business. He's got some good information. And his YouTube boomed this year essentially just because of everybody searching for that. Like, what do I do with this? What do I do with that? Like, he seems to be a good guy. He did never respond to my email when I inquired for a business question, but his YouTube's pretty knowledgeable. It's got some good information. Highly recommend it. Oh boy, what else is going on? So a Pokemon Heritage Auction Signature is happening this weekend. I believe it's Friday and Saturday. This thing is like almost untouched by anything else I've ever seen. The only thing that's really lacking is a lot of big graded sets, like awesome sets. These are more of like, they're okay. They're sets that are fully graded, but every single one before this, there's been like full first edition base sets. Now they've kind of singled them out. They've done like each individual card's got its own auction. There's tons of stuff. There's tons of Magic, tons of Yu-Gi-Oh, tons of Pokemon, more booster boxes that you can shake a stick at. Um, it'll be a spectacle to watch. Um, few uncut sheets, so just craziness. Usually they start around noon or 4 on a Friday, which is kind of rough. I'd almost prefer like the Tuesday auction start at like 9 p.m. I'd almost prefer that. Not in the middle of a work day, but it is what it is. I'll deal with it. But don't know if I'm going to be a buyer yet. Like I said, I've bought a lot more than I've sold, and I've sold $11,000 worth of cards. The PSA 6 first edition Charizard definitely tipped that a little bit, but I plan on reselling that, hopefully for a profit, and I'll get taxed on that because that'll be profit, essentially. But I don't know. I'm really curious to see how all this is going to go. The things with TCA and his Patreon that I'm going to join, I think it's like $25 or something for that tier for the questions and stuff, but I'll have to look into it. I know there's a few people I know that are in it, and I haven't really got much feedback from them. Maybe I'll inquire with them, see what their thoughts are. But that's definitely happened. That's like next on my list. Just trying to take this thing to the moon. I love my job. Speaking of my job, I'll mention something there in a minute. Look for any tips or advice, places to find out in this area I'm going. But yeah, really looking just to make this thing grow. I love my job, but it is a 9 to 5. It's an amazing job. But this would be so much funner to do if I could ever. I would put this being a full-time thing like 2 years down the road, maybe. It's got some growing to do. I got tons of stuff. Like, I have so much crap. But does anybody know a good card shop in Frankfurt, Germany? I'll be going there in May for work for a week. So yeah, I'll probably have a little bit of time to putz around. So yeah, let me know. I think there's a couple people from Germany that do watch the channel. Let me know if you've been there or if you've stopped by any card shops. I'd appreciate any tips. That'd be cool. Preferably somebody that does speak some kind of English, because I've had some issues over there before where they don't. And it was tough for me to order a cheeseburger one time at a McDonald's. And it's pretty strange language barriers when you're a foot from the person and I'm saying things and he has no clue what I'm saying, which is so strange to me still. But yeah, let me know if you know anything out in Germany. I'd greatly appreciate it. Hopefully the whole war thing's calmed down before I fly out there. I'll definitely be playing that by ear. So yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'm gonna see if I can do some type of recording for the golden auction. We'll see. Again, the time, or not the golden, the heritage. The time's not ideal. I work, like I said, till 5:30, 6 every day for my job, and that'll kind of cut into it. So stay tuned. Y'all have a good one. Peace.